the monkey statue was stuck to the hood of our van by a piece of human shit.
Oh, hello everybody. We are back. Season 2, Episode 4 of Feeling Good with Duddy. That's right, I'm the co-host, Jake B. And beside me is my brother. But before that, we've got an amazing guest. We got Moy from Tomorrow's Bad Seeds. We're doing Scary Town. We're doing Poopersville. We're doing Bandcamp. We got No More Words. We even got a Having a Day. Here he is, your host, Duddy B.
What an intro. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah.
Happy to be back here, Feeling Good with Duddy, Episode 4, as always, brought to you from our good friends over at KoiCBD.com. We love that over here. You know, we talk about it all the time. Took my drops this morning. Did you?
Did you?
So. Well, you know how it goes. Go to KoiCBD.com and put in code DuddyB at checkout. You're going to get 20% off. Also, another company that we love and helps us put the show on it. That is TwoEnds, ONNIT.com/Duddy. You're going to get 10% off. So many amazing products there. We use them all the time. We talk about it all the time. You know how it goes.
You know it.
And if you are listening to this show and you are enjoying it or you're not enjoying it, give us some ratings. Go and leave a comment. It really helps us keep the show going. It helps us get noticed more. It helps us. I'm going to say one of my least favorite words. It helps us with the algorithms. So we'll get noticed more.
I love those words that didn't exist 5 years ago. I mean, I know they were around, but now all of a sudden everyone's an algorithm.
Oh, algorithms. You got to know about the algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but really it
Apparently
does. You know, tell your friends, to check it out. If you're liking it, give us a rating. If you're not liking it, give us a rating. Leave us a good review. Leave us a bad review. It all helps. Yeah. So, if you're out there listening and you do please go give us a rating and a comment. And also, Patreon. We do have a Patreon page. If you like the show and you want extra content, more behind the scenes, we do behind the scenes from every episode.
Every episode, we have a full behind the scenes, vignette, I suppose would be the phrase.
Yeah.
Or word. But yeah, and that exists on our Patreon. And then there's a new thing, though, that Duddy and I are pretty pumped about sharing with you. I'll let Duddy tell you, but this is going to be an exclusive show for our Patreon, and it's going to be happening immediately. So very quickly, well, actually right now, you go to the Patreon, there will be a few of these stacked up. What are they, Duddy?
Me and Jake are now going to be doing I guess we're going to retro movie reviews of some sort. We're going to be reviewing all the movies that me and Jake watched as we were growing up. Movies such as Bloodsport,
all Van Damme.
All Van Damme.
Every fucking Van Damme.
All Steven Seagal.
All
Sylvester Stallone. All fucking Arnold Schwartz. You get it. We're going to be reviewing the best movies of all time.
We understand it, I
get
think.
it. So we're going to be reviewing all those. Those will be on our Patreon page. And if you want to find that, you go to Patreon /feelinggoodwithduddy.com. And yeah, you're going to get a lot of extra shit.
A lot of extra shit, dude. And you can see that we had a very wide, range of films that we enjoyed. And you're going to get we were not down any type of hallway. Don't encapsulate us movie-wise because we can't be tamed. We're really into everything.
Yes. And also on this show, we have a new segment. And usually we do the segments later, but I'm just going to start it now because
He's having a day.
Oh, I was having a day today,
having
guys.
a day, dude. The best segment. It's going to be a rare segment because having a day, we are only going to talk about people that have had a historically bad day. Like several stupid things happened to the same person in one day, and we will shine light on that person having a day. Today, Duddy's having a
day, guys.
And it's early. It's 10:45 a.m. and Duddy is fucking having a day.
Here's the thing, though. There's some really bad stuff that's happened. This is I guess this is first world problem day, having a day.
This is the most harmless having a day, but it is a day.
Imagine if this was you. You'd be having a day.
You're having a day. This is a day. No one wants this day.
First things first. Right. I woke up fine.
Oh, well, shit, right there.
Woke up feeling great, right?
Oh, okay.
I was out of coffee. Not that big a deal, right? You're okay, yes, that sucks. But you're all right, I'll get by. I have to, I help get the kids ready for school and everything. So I couldn't go get some right then. I had to, an hour and a half of shit to do at home before I can go get coffee. And one thing I can't stand too is I'm not a Starbucks guy. I'm not talking shit on Starbucks. I'm just, I'm just
But
not a huge
you
fan.
are.
I'm not. I'm just not like I like black coffee. So if you're like a guy who just wants black coffee, you're not like going and waiting in fucking lines and shit for that, But I didn't want to get out
Coffee
of my car.
black.
Yeah.
Just like, give it to
But
me
I
anyway.
got in the fucking, there's a Starbucks near my house, and I never really do this, but I went and I got in the drive-through.
Starbucks drive-through.
No big deal. But it took I was in there for like 25 minutes in that line. Having a day. Not a big deal still.
Right.
Got my coffee.
People are like,
cool.
this fucking
I know. Like I
guy
said, guys, this
so
isn't
far.
bad, but not that bad. Got my coffee. Cool. I'm on my way to the studio. And I stop at a red light. Get rear-ended.
Ooh, starting to have a day.
From behind, get
Ooh.
rear-ended. And I look back, and it's a dude just on his cell phone. He just fucking staring at his cell phone, didn't realize that there's a red light, and I'm stopped there, and he just fucking runs into me, right?
Getting rear-ended not in your car could be a great day.
Right.
I don't pretend to understand what you're into or care, so I celebrate you. Getting rear-ended while in your car, always a bad thing. So now you've had no coffee at home.
But I got my coffee.
That's like a flick in the balls.
Flick in the
balls. Then the 25-minute wait in Starbucks,
flick in the other ball.
Got flicked in the other ball.
Yeah.
Now you've stopped at a red light and someone smashed into the back of your car. That's
I got kicked in the dick.
You got kicked in the dick.
Yeah. Now I'm just like, okay, now I have stomach pains from all of the, harm that's being done to my lower regions. So, and then this fucking guy, right? I get out of the car, and I'm not trying to be even pissed. I'm just like, hey man, can we do this quick? I was like, I'm already running a little bit behind. No big deal. We'll get taken care of. And I take a picture of my bumper, which is like hanging off. At least I was able to kind of like smash it back in there so I could drive and it wasn't dragging down the street. And I take a picture of his license plate, and I'm like, hey, can I see like your ID or insurance card so I can just take a picture of it? And this fucking guy goes, well, legally, I don't have to show you any of my documents. You should just be able to take a picture of my license, and that should be fine. And I go, what if this is a stolen fucking car, dude, and you just drive off and I never see you again? I was like, that is not, just let me get a picture of your fucking license. Yeah, and he's like, well, technically, I'm like, dude, you were on your cell phone. You ran into the back of my car while I was stopped at a red light. Let me take a picture of your license so I can get the fuck out of here. And
that's how dedicated Duddy is. Yeah. He needed to be at this podcast. He had a show to do. He said, give me your fucking, let's go.
Fucking license, jackass. So he fucking reluctantly, go. He takes his license out, and I take a picture, and I'm like, later. And I'm driving to the studio, and I realize, shit, I didn't have my coffee, so guess what I did? I forgot my weed.
Oh,
also not a big deal because we live in fucking California. Having a day.
But it's like, all the little things and one big thing. It is all the little things.
And then I got rear-ended, and I was like, okay, cool, we'll get to the studio, whatever. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I left my weed at home. No big deal. Again, not that big of a deal because I know there's a dispensary right next to the studio, and I go to, and I'm not even going to name the dispensary because I don't want to fuck them up. But one thing I always talk about, I'm like, dude, this day and age, you can't even find a bad bag of weed.
Look for bad weed.
Dude, I was like, go look for a shitty bag of weed. It'll be harder to find than a fucking good bag of weed. You're going to have to search for that shit.
If you Google bad weed, a picture of good weed pops up in this day and age. Like, it's
true. So I always talk about that. I'm like, it's great. So I just run in there really quick, and I'm already in a rush because I'm a little behind because I got fucking rear-ended, right? No big deal. I roll in. I see my dude. I'm like, what up, bro? I'm like, just give me like 2 decent fucking like hybrids, 8s or something. That'll get me through the day. And I just grab them. I don't even look at it. I just boom, peace out. And I get to the fucking studio. I open it up. Dude, it's like swag.
It is bad weed. Like everyone agreed. He showed
God.
Duddy's like, I didn't even know this was a thing anymore.
So,
it's just
I literally
dry,
it was dry and crumbly. I
dark.
took like 3 bong tokes, and I was literally, I don't even think I'm high.
I don't think so. It tasted like actual grass. Like walk out into your front lawn, take a bite. I'm sure it's good for you. It tasted like it was good for you.
I mean, I'll probably smoke it all.
Yeah, we're gonna smoke it. We're gonna smoke it.
At that point, I'm like having a day. And guess what happens? Our guest of the day, Moi from Tomorrow's Bad Seeds, rolls in. at this moment. And he's like,
what is he? Paint the picture. Because he rolled in empty-handed.
He rolled in
which
empty-handed.
Is fine. I mean, no,
and
he's not expected to have anything, but he goes...
And to be respectful, he's like, hey, is it cool if I like bring some weed in here and roll it up and smoke like during the show? I was like, of course.
Yeah, we think a little
And
baggy.
I was like, thank you, because I have some shitty-ass weed here. He's like, oh, don't worry. I got you. And he rolls in with just... 5 different kinds of just fire and a lot of it, and he's just like, here, have some of this and that, and boom, boom. He hooked us all up.
You know, when someone walks in with a mason jar, you know, you guys have anyone who smokes weed, when someone walks in with the clear sealed mason jar,
and I'm not talking like your fucking small mason jar, like not the small one, not the medium one. It was the big one.
It's
a couple
you put
of them.
Cookies in this, boxes of cookies into this.
So yeah, we'll just lead into that. You heard it. He saved the day, and he's here. We have a good friend of ours, Moi, from Tomorrow's Bad Seeds.
Moi, get up in here, bro. He's waiting out in the lobby. He's so stoned that there he is. That's right. Yeah. Come on in. Yee-hee.
What up?
The day saver over here.
I'll come on the side.
Oh yeah, come all the way around, bro. Nice one. All right.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, we all stood up. We embraced with
I
the
did.
full
I actually
bro
stayed
slap
sitting down,
hug.
and I felt like an asshole for doing that.
Yeah, I was pretty bitch. What are you, Beyonce? All right. All right.
So Moi, we go way back. I mean, we've been playing shows with each other for, I feel like I want to say like close to 20 years.
Almost.
It seems like.
Yeah, like at least 15.
At least 15, between 15 and 17 years probably. So we go way back. You know, we've been doing this a long time together, so thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Super stoked. Thanks for having me on the Feeling Good with Daddy charity event, too. That was
Dude,
rad.
thank you for coming out. That was so
really
much
cool.
fun. Yeah, if any of you guys missed that, we did a huge charity event, and a bunch of artists came down and performed, and we got we got a lot of donations that we gave to some amazing charities, and Moi
Really cool comedians.
Oh my God,
blew
yeah,
me
some
away.
Hilarious comedians.
Except for the raunchy girl, she kind of scared me away. But everybody else was tight.
Yeah, Moi came down and performed, and yeah, we raised
fun.
a lot of money for some good causes. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up? What's going down?
You know, just keeping the dream alive, you know, taking care of these kids and figuring out life at the same time, just, you know, enjoying everything, and kind of changed a lot since we were younger, you know, kind of trying to soak it in more than before. Before it was just like flashing and happening and like, what are we doing? It's just kind of a blur, you know?
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to slow it down and really soak it in and enjoy it, you know?
Oh yeah, you got to.
We're all old now. We're all
We're
dads.
all dads.
Every damn one of us. Well, let's rewind this. Let's do a brief like this. Let's give all the listeners just a full brief little history of you and the band. So where did you grow up?
Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, South Bay area. I live in Torrance now, though.
So same zone.
Yeah, same zone.
Right, all Southern California.
Yeah, right up the street from the break walls where it started. Me and my brother, Matt, my guitar player, the other pretty much half of me in the band, we were just kind of both brokenhearted, chilling at the break wall, surfing, and we literally just started playing like Sublime songs, you know, and started playing Bob songs and Steel Pulse songs together, and then decided to start playing. This is probably, I was 20. Okay. He was 19.
Just out of high school and stuff.
Yeah. And then I went to Brazil for like 9 months and lived with a girlfriend there for a long time. And we had already had a little thing going on, but I was, you know, going to go over there for a while. Then, you know, I thought when I came back, it was going to be kind of done, you know. But when I came back, I was 21 by then, he was still down. And so we started heading and just doing acoustic shows, you know, and started really learning about everybody else in our scene, like you guys and Expendables and Iration, you know, all the old school cats, you know. I mean, obviously the ones after Slightly Stupid and all that stuff, but, you know, we just started jamming. And then we got together with his cousin. Johnny was the original drummer. And then by chance, the bass player that we chose that we knew from the break wall at that time happened to be their uncle through marriage. And we didn't find that out, Al.
Oh, wow.
We didn't find that out till like 8 months into being a project, and we're like, what?
So you're talking about Matt, the original guy you started the band with, and his
cousin Johnny was the drummer.
And then you find a bass player that's their
the bass
uncle.
player would surf with us at Breakwall. I knew him through people from the Breakwall because that's like my local spot. And we knew who played bass, and he was dope. He's really a guitar player too, and he's a sick bass player, really. But we didn't know. And then later on, we found out like 8 months, a year into the thing. We knew each other, obviously, but we didn't know that they were related through marriage. As like he was Matt's uncle. I was like, what the hell?
It's a family band all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was the only one not in the family, you know? Yeah. And then it just went from there, you know. We started playing shows, and then obviously, you know how it goes: who's down and who's not, you know, who can hang and who can't. And it's not easy. People don't see the behind the scenes stuff, but you know, it ended up changing the lineup a little bit, and Now the lineup's changed again, you know, but people come back, you know.
Yep.
I'm like leaving the door open for any member that played with us. It's like, you know, because like Dre, our recent bass player that actually played for 10 years with us before or after Al, he is now doing van life. And he has a 6 Sprinter van with him and his chick. And they travel all over and they live in it. And they have crazy Instagram videos of them like waking up, opening the door, there's like a baby bear right there. You know?
Oh, that's awesome.
You're waking up next to it. They open their like doors, and it's just a sick ass little lake in the middle of nowhere with fresh snow and iced out. You know?
I mean, hard to mess with that.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, you're doing.
All right, that sounds fucking. I'm jealous.
But when you come back, when your van comes back around, though, dude.
And so whenever he does come back, we do like for the big shows. Like he might play One Love with us, you know.
Nice.
For the like we just did. I was doing a little circuit thing with the Chargers with iHeartRadio. And he came and played 2 of the shows with us too. So it comes back around, you know. But for the main part, it's me and Matt holding down, and Pat, our newest drummer, which is only the 2nd drummer we've had. You know, but we have a sick keyboard player. We're a 4-piece right now, or 3-piece backing me, and it's working really well. You know,
Sweet.
Keeping the dream alive, baby.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time on the show. Like, man, to be in a band, and it's hard to find. 4 dudes. They all have.
I mean, they're down when they're in high school and up to 20s and 30s.
Older,
you know?
Life starts happening.
Yeah,
life starts happening, man,
tough.
and people's passions and things start to change.
Yeah, that's the thing. It might have it. 100%. Still, the flame is burning. You know, so I'm like, who's with me?
No,
who's with me?
It's
Well,
nice
that's why
to
you're
see the
still going.
resurgence of it. You know, like
Yeah.
it's seeing you guys come back like hard is good.
Yeah, I'm trying right now
man.
for sure. Thank you.
How many?
Thanks for the help too, because you guys have been helping us out a little.
Oh
bit.
man,
no
our
doubt.
pleasure, man.
Have you ever taken? Let's talk about this. So your band, dude, you guys had great success. You guys toured
did
for
a lot of
long
good
time.
things,
You
yeah.
did a lot of really good things. Did you ever take more than just like the one break that you kind of semi recently took?
No, that was pretty much it. But things got changed after Warped Tour because of certain people met certain people and certain ideas were introduced to the table. And then the idea of our name was just, they didn't like it. And still people have a problem with it. But I like it. It keeps me underground. I like what it said. People know who we are of it, you know? Yeah. Obviously, the Nick Cave lovers sometimes hate for sure. But whatever, it's all good. I love Nick Cave. But, the whole thing changed, And back then, just to keep it real, I gave somebody else, like, the power that I should have been more involved. And I tried at first, but I was like, I don't want to bite the hand that feeds you type of thing. So I went with it, And I didn't want, I'm going to go and dedicate to giving this person the reins of, running the ship and see what happens. And, obviously their heart and passion wasn't in it, and mine is completely. And that's why I decided to really take a second chance at like doing the vision that I initially had,
Yeah.
Because the vision changed after Warped Tour. And it had a little bit to do with us too, because the influence, what it's like. You're on Warped Tour. You go from kind of doing our thing to saying, oh shit, look at all these other crazy things.
Yeah.
And we started adding all these other influences and making it dubsteppy and crazy and all this crazy shit. And then, things changed. And then they tried to take us to Europe and change the name. Like the whole name changed, We had a whole name change. And when
I didn't even know that. What was the name
Life?
change?
It was
to?
Life. Yeah.
Life,
When I
that's
came
right.
into the
What
studio
the
that morning.
fuck? I had no idea.
When I came into the studio that morning, it's a dope album we put out though, I'm not gonna lie.
It was very cool.
But when I came into
like the name, too.
when I came into the studio, they're like, what do you think about Life? I was like, fucking life is great right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're fucking doing
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, what's next? You know what I mean? We got off our 3rd Warped Tour. We're not going to do Warped Tour this next summer. We're going to I was planning on doing some dope shit with you guys or somebody. Because we had done 3 summers of Warped Tour, pretty much. And that's like, when you dedicate your life, you know what it's like. That's that.
A lot. Warped Tour is tough.
There's nothing else, too. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And you guys did it in a van the first year. That shit's fucking brutal. I could never even imagine it. You guys are fucking warriors. You did the whole thing, right? The whole thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Crazy. But going back into that whole thing, it was like, I totally lost my train of thought now thinking about that shit. See, the weed is really good.
Yeah.
Life.
Life. Okay, there we go. So we did the whole band Life thing, but I didn't like the name. I mean, I like the name as a name, but when we did that, I was like, what are we doing? Like a whole other thing? Excuse me. Whoa. And immediately I was rejected towards it. But again, they were coming at me like, oh, but there's this and we can do that. And then another person outside of our thing came with a little bit of money and said, I'll support the project. And we're like, okay, well, we don't got to use Bad Seeds money into this. Let's try this then. And so we went for it, but obviously tomorrow's Bad Seeds surged over it again. Yeah. We tried to make a comeback thing, and then shit fell apart with Sean and his dad, just to keep it real. And they went their separate ways, and we went our separate ways. And so conversations were made to where it just to be discouraging towards us of moving on, And I was like, yeah, fucking right, bro. Yeah. And then, now I'm just working hard and getting there. And I feel honestly in a comfortable place to where like, okay, now we're our feet are set on the ground. Now let's get running. You know what I mean?
I love it, man. Sometimes you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, and that's it.
Like
Russ, you heard that song?
Yeah.
How can I do it myself? I don't need. What could I do with myself? Anyway.
So yeah, we've been playing shows like we said. We 15 years at least. But one show that we did together really fucking stands out to me.
It was Jared Watson's birthday too, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It
So
was Dirty J's birthday.
So it was Jared's birthday. I don't even remember that, but holy crap! To make it even crazier,
sorry.
It was a show out in Mexico, and I believe it was like Rocky Point, Mexico.
Yeah,
was
San
where it was
Felipe, not
called.
San Felipe. But
This is the thing. Festivals down there are like a thing, and not all of them are successful. This tells
And
us
this is like we said, this was probably 12 years ago at least.
2009?
Yeah, maybe 12.
Before Warp Tour.
Yeah, it was before War. It was a long time ago. So I mean, let's say 12 years ago. Like this scene, this reggae rock scene, wasn't
What it is
much
now.
at all.
Yeah.
It was very small.
Yeah, now these festivals in Mexico are huge and
Now it
super
would go
successful.
crazy.
You guys were
Yes.
there when this was like a test.
This was test.
Pool.
So, and this was a guy. We got hit up randomly by.
Yeah,
a
what's his
dude.
name? I forgot. I was trying to think
I
of
was
his name.
trying to think of his
too.
name too, and I can't fucking think of it. And he was such a nice guy.
Yeah, he was.
I want to say like Johnny or something, but I don't think
Yeah,
it was.
it was more Latino name.
Yeah, but so yeah, he hits us up. Hey, I'm putting on this reggae rock festival down in Rocky Point, Mexico. If you guys come down, we'll pay for your gas and we'll give you like $1,000, and all the band members get their own hotel
Rooms,
room at
yeah.
this all-inclusive resort. So at that point, we're like, dude, $1,000 and rooms in Mexico,
And a whole
We're
trip
fucking
there,
bro.
exactly.
Of course, like all we were caring about was partying. We just
Food,
wanted to have
drinks,
a good time.
yeah.
in Mexico.
Everything is on this dude.
Yeah.
So he gets, I don't remember how many bands were booked, but Dirty Heads, Tomorrow's Bad Seeds, I'm pretty sure Ballyhoo,
Pacifier,
Tribal Seeds. I mean, now this
everybody.
lineup would fucking
Iration,
crush.
I think it was
Was
Iration.
there
I think
too?
they were there
It would have
too.
been a great
Yeah.
show. Oh, and there was like some old school, like there was Catastro,
Catastro,
and I think like
Pacific
remember?
Dub.
Pacific Dove. That's right. So yeah,
The young guys were there
it was
too.
all the old school fucking homies, and then and we get there, and like I said, this was a test. He had never done this before. He was attempting to put on this festival.
A little ahead of his time, I would say.
Nobody came.
Yeah, like 30
Nobody
people.
came because none of these bands at the time, none of us were even big bands.
Yeah.
We were all just getting going.
At some point, he just thought, if
He
I
just
get
thought-
all of them to
Yeah,
come,
people will
then
come.
And nobody,
people,
and nobody in Mexico had ever heard
No,
of any
hell
of us,
no.
And then people were
And then
thinking
we weren't like in the close part to Mexico. We're like fucking out there.
It was a pain to get to this place.
Yeah.
So then, nobody fucking came. So, and he had it set up as if,
Gorgeously.
he had it
was
set up as his
beautiful, yeah.
50,000 people were going to be here.
On the
it
beach.
was on the beach, looking at
Great
the
stage,
ocean.
great sound.
huge stage, surrounded with vendors. The vendors were there.
Yep.
Food, people cooking.
No, it was
food.
ready.
It was ready.
Yeah,
to
it was
party.
ready.
And
I've got questions, dude.
Okay, but
I remember this time,
Yes.
so I think I might have been living with Duddy. I just remember you telling me this guy lost his ass, but I
Lost
never
his
got the
fucking
details.
Ass.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding or exaggerating here. Besides the bands and the people that the bands brought,
Yeah.
I'm saying 20 other people.
Oh,
20
Wait,
other
I
people.
have pictures. Actually, my dad had tricked me out because my dad was there in business from Mexico, and so he had driven like 4 hours to come see us play, and I hadn't seen him like a month because he'd been out there. But I have pictures of all of us sitting down late at night, just in lawn chairs, and fucking Dirty Heads is playing.
no.
Shit like that.
I
yeah.
remember at one point, and I think
Yeah, I was
didn't
tight,
we have
dude.
to play? Wasn't it like did
A
we
dual
play
thing.
2
Yeah, I
nights?
think- I
we
think
did
it was
like
two-
2
yeah.
days.
We had to
of
play
this,
2
and
shows.
we played both days.
Yeah.
And the second day, we already knew what it was going to be.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But we were getting paid, and
Like,
of
we're
course
going
he
to
was
play
like,
to
"But
no
people
one."
might show up, We'll play, whatever.
Yeah,
we're on the
yeah,
beach.
we're
We're just
here,
getting
shit.
hammered. It got to like the first band that played that day. We were all friends. I don't even remember. Maybe let's just say it was Pacifier. And they were like, you know what? Whoever wants to just come on stage, just come on stage. Because it was like 10 people watching and then some drunk people that were in bands that were playing later. So everyone just went on stage. So the rest of the day, it was just people on the
Yeah.
stage. It was
Jamming.
everyone
The
just
show
hanging.
was on the
show
stage.
was on the
Yeah.
stage. Even the 20 people that bought tickets were on the stage, sitting around. All the bands would kind of take turns playing. That's all it fucking was.
Imagine
And-
if you did that now there.
Oh my! It would be huge.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
exact
It would be
lineup
huge.
would just be
Crush.
fully. So
Shit, even
here,
his Dirty
this is
Heads
what
just
I'm
did it.
thinking. You guys are going down there What are you thinking that you're about to show up to?
Well, the way he described it, we're like, oh, this is going to be rad.
So
Like,
you're
this is going to
thinking
be a
we're
huge fucking party.
crush,
This is going to be a
dude.
huge
What do
fucking
you
rad
mean?
party.
All the
on
homies
beach.
are there. It's freaking.
You're just like,
oh.
yeah, we did.
I mean, we all had a great time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, of
he
course.
lost his ass.
But I want to know this shit too. You show up.
Yeah.
At what point do you guys realize, like, oh, this isn't?
Yeah, we started asking questions that day because we showed up the day before, like the festival, right? And we knew, like, oh, everyone who's coming to this is most likely probably staying at the resort as well. And then we show up, and it's just ghost town, and it's
All you
like,
see is band members.
everyone's showing
All you
up
see is
later.
band people.
And then that night,
Like, does
we're
anyone
like,
work here?
Yeah,
Where's anyone?
We're like partying that night and all hanging out, all the bands, and we start. Wait, where's like?
So when are the people showing up?
Fans and stuff.
How many tickets did you sell?
And he's just like, no, they're gonna show. They'll be here, man. They're coming. And we're like,
It's a walk-up crowd. It's a real walk-up crowd.
And then it was just in the morning. There was and you
my
knew it. You saw
God.
it. You were like, oh, no one's coming.
But
So
once
you
it
guys are
settled in, we
sipping
were all
beers.
cool.
Yeah.
But once it settled in, because I remember being the same way, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, at least we got each other.
We got each other, man.
It's so funny when you're young, when you're when you're younger in bands or when you're smaller in bands, and you kind of don't know what every show is gonna. You're always driving to the show, imagining that it's gonna be the shit because the promoters of
They always
shows are
pump it up.
always positive.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great, and you're always like, dude, tonight's gonna be the night, man. There's gonna be hundreds of people here, and you show up, and there's always that moment where you're like, there's no one in the parking lot. Like, is this a late
one.
crowd? And then everyone starts chatting backstage, like, yo, we're playing to each other. It's
Yep.
always a weird thing.
So
You did it all the way in Mexico.
I don't know if you remember this, but I hope you do, and I hope you remember the band name because you and your chick ended up driving home with us, and this was right before we left to go home from back to the States. And we were all fucking with each other, all the bands, that whole tour, just giving each other a hard time and doing what you would do if you had nothing else to do but fuck with each other. And God, Christian had bought like this monkey statue from, we went into town one day and Christian bought like this weird monkey statue. And somehow that night in our drunkenness, we broke the statue. We broke the statue. And we left it wherever we were partying. And when we woke up that morning, we went down to our van, and the monkey statue was stuck to the hood of our van by a piece of human shit. Human shit on the hood of our van, and the monkey statue smashed into the human shit.
All aboard! Next stop, Coopersville!
So that was a real thing, and we were just laughing, and we actually drove for a long time still with the statue. And
you said fuck it.
we were
Fuck
like,
it. Don't
fuck
even
it.
touch
And
it.
what was the name of that?
Dude, that's
fucking
creepy.
band?
That's fucking creepy. So you guys broke a sacred statue of some sort, and
No, it was
wound
like
up-
Christian.
I'm fucking with you,
but yes.
That's kind of a creepy thing, though. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, we broke this statue, some monkey statue, and then it's stuck to the front of your fucking car the next morning. You're in a foreign land.
Yeah, no, it was
there's human
the
feces.
guy from that one of the bands. He
But it was-
climbed
it was-
up on the hood and shit
I don't
on
think
our
they're,
hood.
I
That
don't
guy's
think
a
they're a
fucking
band
legend.
anymore. It
They're
wasn't
not a band
Expendables?
anymore.
wasn't
No, it
Expendables?
wasn't Expendables.
Because they do crazy shit like that.
No,
Though.
it definitely wasn't. It was like a band
They're
that
not a band
we had
anymore,
never.
right?
I don't think so.
Fuck. That's what I was trying to
I
remember
don't
who's
I
on
think
that
they
thing
were
with
like
us.
I think they were a very like a smaller
I
band.
love whoever did that.
But yeah, they
That's
and they were
awesome.
out there when we came, and they were like filming and shit.
Oh, they
like
fucking
they
Where's
were-
that footage? If you guys are watching, where's that footage?
Yeah, dude.
That reminds me of a
Bust that
story
out.
quickly. When my old band played, we played a show. It was like a boat race, and it was sponsored by Spankies. It was like
I
a porno
remember
thing. You
that.
remember this?
Yes.
And so there's a pit going on in front of the band, and people are throwing dildos around.
No
Spankies
way.
was like a sex spot. So
Yeah.
dildos, condoms, everything. And there's this big purple dildo, like a fucking, foot long dildo getting swung around in the pit. Someone stuck it to the hood of our truck, and we just
Drove it?
drove home
Just
with it,
bop, bop,
and
bop,
it
bop.
just wobbled on the top all the way home. And I live with my parents still. Duddy lived
shit.
at home. We all lived at home. I brought it home. My parents are dying laughing. They stuck it on my next door neighbor's front door.
Nice.
That's
They stuck it- yeah, I'll never forget. Mom, whap, dude, it's just sticking. So shout out to Scott and Arnett. That was our
yeah.
next door neighbor's
Scott and
door.
Arnett.
That thing was just flapping on it.
That was good.
Oh, it's always fun. So that's cool. You guys drove with the shitty monkey on the front of your car.
We
Long
did.
drive.
I love that.
I'll never forget that fucking coming out. We were like, oh, the monkey statue. We're like, oh, fuck.
The monkey took his shit.
Dude, that story's so rad, and it's so funny because I completely remember you briefly telling me about this 15 years ago.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
had one more question. What was the dude like? Did he paid you? You say he was a great guy. I'm sure he paid you guys all everything he said he would do.
He did.
What was it like talking to this dude when in the end?
He was. You could tell at first he was still trying to be positive about it.
Mm-hmm. Like he was going
And
to do it
then
next
just
year
by
again.
the end, you could tell he was just broken.
It's like this is a Fyre festival
and he
story.
was like
Yeah.
he was like a super nice guy. He was like our age. He was
He's
younger.
from New Mexico or something too.
Yeah, and he was just trying to do something
Andrew or
cool.
something.
And I
He
think
loves the music.
I think he borrowed like
Yeah, a lot of money.
like 20, 30 grand from his dad to do it, and like obviously was not going to be able to pay his dad back. And, like, and it's by the end, he was just one of these guys, just like
He had booked all of us for shows before too.
in Arizona,
Yeah.
like little club shows in
Yeah,
Arizona. You know, and
exactly.
he was trying to like step out and do something
he's
big.
like, you know what? I'll do. Oh fuck!
He was
just
just
hoping people would come down.
Honestly, dude,
the whole deal.
he was fucking
Ahead of his
8
time.
years before
Yeah.
his time.
Yeah.
I hope he's rich right
Straight
now.
up.
Okay,
I
all the
do
best
too.
to you.
God, what was his name?
Whoever.
I can't remember either.
He was
Damn,
a cool guy.
Yeah,
he was a good guy.
Really cool guy.
Yeah. So what else? What do you guys got coming up now?
We're about to go on tour on, I don't know when this is going to air, but we go on tour January 16th. We're taking out the boys Tunnel Vision
Yep.
out of San Clemente, taking these guys out of Guam that are actually taking us to Guam, which is going to be sick.
Oh, nice.
But they're called the Dank Show. They just got
Oh
off,
yes, I've heard of these guys.
They just got off tour with Eric Rachmani from Revolution, and they did sick. I mean, these kids know all our songs, but they're not kids. They're like 30-year-old men now, but they know all our songs, and they stayed in my house for like, I housed them for like the first 4 days of here before they went on their tour, and they started playing Bad Seed songs. And at first, you know how you feel when people start doing that. You're like,
okay,
bro, fuck my song up. Do it. You know what I mean? Like, and they start singing. I'm like, holy shit. I'm here thirds and fifths. I don't even get to do the fifth anymore because Metz barely sings with me now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no fifth. And these guys are doing perfect harmonies to my songs. And I'm like, holy shit. So I started just joining in, obviously.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
And they're phenomenal. They're
That's
great.
cool.
So they're going to be on tour with us.
That's like the Green.
Yeah,
Those
exactly.
guys. We did a tour with them, and we did like for fun.
They're
backstage.
an all-star band for sure.
We recorded us all playing like I think it was Vacation or something. We all played Vacation acoustic together, and they started singing. Just you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
How many harmonies are you throwing in this? It was
Sevenths.
awesome. It was
You know,
awesome.
I'm gonna do the fucking low third instead. You know.
So sorry to cut you off.
That's all good. No, and then we'll do. There's a band called Pacific Roots from Northern Cali. They're kind of backed by the Expendable Boys. They're coming for half of the run. Half of the run, like it's a big run, it's 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
But I can't do the big ones anymore, you know? I like to do 3 weeks and then come home and then maybe another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But then we're going to get the band Crooked Trees, if you've heard of those guys,
yeah.
to come for the rest of the never been on the road. And I've known
Nice.
O'Brown for a while. And he's like, come on, bro. I'm like, well, come on then, dude.
Yeah.
You know, just don't bitch out, dog. You know, let's do this, you know what I mean? But they're going to come through and then I'm trying to coin this new thing. It's not new, but to me it is. The punk Rasta. Like that's how I feel like our music is, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Like you guys are a little more hip hop in my opinion,
Yeah.
but you guys are still punks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And Rasta too in a way, you know, even though you know what kind of Rastas we are. Yeah. You know, but punk Rasta is the way I look at our music
right,
now.
cool.
So I'm calling it the Punk Rasta Party. And I'm trying to take it to the East
And that
Coast.
fits
in
good
July,
with the Tunnel
too.
Vision boys too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why, you know. And John Dank is more that version.
Oh, sweet.
When you see them acoustic, they're more acoustic and they're dope, like R&B almost too, you know? But when you see them live, they're more like us. They're more
Okay,
alternative and expendably, like cool breakdowns and stuff. And then they, in turn, so we traded with them. I've been working on this deal for 2 years. They got us a show through my friend Jason J in Guam. And we're supposed to do 3 shows, but something's going on with their stuff, so we might only be doing 1. But we got 1. And then we got the airline the airline sponsoring it's United Airlines. And I said, hey, man, you know, since we have plenty of time, you guys can talk to them. Can you see if they'll give us a layover in Hawaii and then bring us back through Japan? And so they gave me a 6-day layover in Hawaii. And then I got a 6-day layover in Japan. So I got 3 shows in Hawaii booked now.
Nice.
2 shows in Guam, I think, but maybe only 1 really. And then 2 shows in Japan.
Hell yeah.
So we're doing Japan
That's
too.
awesome. Have you
Made
ever
it
been to
happen.
Japan?
Never make it. It's my first time.
Japan is probably one
nervous,
of
but
my favorite places I've ever been.
I'm just nervous in
I
the
fucking love
communication
it there.
thing, you know?
Have you ever been to Guam?
Never.
Guam is crazy
Never
too.
been to Guam.
Do you know where you're playing in Guam?
I know I'm playing. No, I do not know the name of the
Okay.
venue. Actually, it's called Vibe Fest. Is what the festival's called.
Is it
Shout
out?
out
Is
to
it like
Vibe
on
Fest.
the beach?
I think so.
Okay,
I think it's a big
I
thing.
think that all the bands like us, when we go there, we play at the same
Yeah, the
like,
same
beach
venue?
kind of party thing, and we played there. if you're not fucking completely fucking terrified of humongous spiders and shit, on that beach, if you look like where the stage are, if you're
canceling the show,
if you're looking at like the rocks, if you're looking at the beach this way, here's the stage, here's the ocean, and then over here there's like this rocks that go out, and there's a little hike you can take to the very edge, and like you could look out. It's beautiful. Me and Matty O were like, oh, let's go do that. We got halfway through that little hike, and then we saw one spider that was like.
Don't fuck around, bro.
It was like the size of my hand.
It's not
right?
a crab, right?
No, but like thick. Like the legs were thick like my
don't fuck
and we're like, oh my God,
So
look at that thing.
style shit.
But we saw that one, and then when you see the one, you start and when we realized, oh, they're all over the place. Everywhere.
No.
Hundreds. These things were this big, the size of my whole fucking
not
hand.
daddy
Scary looking spiders.
Dark black. Just pitch black. Pitch fucking black.
That's like black. You just think it's like the world's biggest black widow.
Dude, well, and then I like, we got back from the hike and we walked back like so weirdly because we were terrified.
There's how I jump on you.
And then we get back and, one of the locals that was helping the show was like, oh my God, we saw this spider. And he's like, oh, they're harmless. And I'm like, fuck that.
Dude.
Look harmless.
Fuck that.
Bring one home, all of a sudden you're opening your luggage. Like,
Dude,
what the fuck?
they were
Florida was
massive.
scary.
I've never seen spiders like just in person that big.
That's scary.
Like, it was
Just outdoor beach spiders all over the rocks and
Dude,
everything.
I'm going to tag you on
crazy.
Instagram when I look at one. I'm like, there you
It's like I
fucking
almost
go.
recommend like go over there and just look for a second till
Right?
you see one and you'll be like,
I don't like
oh,
spiders. I won't
me
kill them
neither.
because, they help out the household.
Yeah.
But if there's one, like, I've woken up to one just coming down on me. I'm like,
yeah.
you motherfucker.
Yeah.
You thought I was going
No.
to eat you? Yeah. Fuck that shit. No way.
Nice. So
Yeah,
that's
but-
cool. Tour any like new music coming?
I just released a song called Surf Trip, co-written by me and my boy named Bo Napoleon. He's a sick writer out of Hawaii.
Nice.
Actually, he's from Carson, but he's a Hawaiian guy, but he's super, super dope. He helped write a pretty good song, so I just released that. And I'm working on an EP. I was going to do another full length, but I'm working on an EP. We just finished recording a full length 18 tracks of our live set.
Oh, dope.
With 3 covers: a Stevie Wonder cover, the Valerie cover that I do, and then that Pennywise cover that I
Sweet.
did over
Yeah.
here. And so just trying to have it awesome stuff because I'm learning the game now that I'm actually involved in a lot of the work part of it.
Yeah.
I want to set myself up to have a good, like, ready for next year already
Yeah,
type thing.
totally.
Before I was kind of catching up, and now I'm stacking up to
Yeah.
like release.
It's all about having
Yeah.
consistent content.
And just
you know?
having it ready to go. Not
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I got to come up with something right now, And so
Finish it and put it out.
yeah, and so that's what I'm working on too. And then it's hard to get the band together because like Pat plays with Brett Bollinger right now on his side project
nice.
too. My keyboard player is from an old band called World Tribe that you guys might have heard about from back in the day. They played
Sounds
like the
very
Sublime
familiar.
days and the No Doubt days
Yeah.
and like freaking 311 back in the day. He's a lot older, but he murders it. When Dre left, I didn't know whether I wanted to get another bass player because you know how it is letting other people in your crew, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll jam with people and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but letting someone in the chorus, like, okay, we gotta get ready to like accept this, And so I don't know if I was ready to accept it. And he just said, "Fuck that. Let me see if I can play in the keys." So he got a loop station. Sometimes he'll play the whole key line, but sometimes he can't. Just triggers the loop,
it.
and boom. So we've been able to do this as a 3-piece.
Nice.
And I'm freaking, I'm loving the vibe. He's killing it for me. I'm very blessed to have you, Steve. I love you, man. Hope you're happy with us. But I've known him forever. He's the one who brought me into the music scene in Hermosa.
Nice.
I used to watch him when I was a kid. I used to go to all the bars and try to get in on the sets and before when we're trying to come up. But it's working well. I'm happy. I definitely understand the whole other side of it now. I was lucky. I got to only concentrate on the music for those 10 years, and it was a big party. So those are the fun years.
It starts out as a party,
Yeah.
and then as you go, you realize, okay, this is actually my job.
and you got to follow up.
Yeah.
My first album, people love it, and since then, I'll be real. As far as I'm concerned, I think there's a lot of things have gotten better. That's what I like, personally. But when I'm thinking about the fans, what they want, what they constantly just bring up is the first album.
Yep.
First album. Like, bro, I just released a dope song. Listen to that one,
Right.
But, so it's constantly trying to get that. You know what it is, dude? Like,
Totally.
you guys, I'm so proud of you guys.
Thanks, man.
I've known you guys for a very long time. You've always had good songs. But fuck, man, the songs you guys have been releasing lately, like the summer song, I love that song, bro.
Thanks, man.
When I hear this shit on the radio, I'm like, damn, there's another one, and another one, and another one. And they are. And they're great radio songs and underground songs. To keep it true, you guys have always kept it real to how you guys are.
Gotta have a
Like,
balance, yeah.
Yeah, it's love, dude. You guys are fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah,
right
thanks,
now.
man. Appreciate
Straight
that.
up.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, shit. I know that when you do release that new music, it's going to make some people feel good, Jake.
Yeah. I knew it was coming, and there's a woo and a clap track for you. And a fucking, hey, how about why not? And then, dude, I saw, I'm like, where's he going to go with this? There's so many good feeling things.
There was lots of good
You
feeling
could have said, hey, compliments are nice, and we didn't thank you for your compliments. Then I liked it.
All right. So, yeah, speaking of feeling
Daddy
good.
always segues into this next segment. He always finds a way to say, feel good, right, Jake?
You feeling good? We're
Right
feeling
about
good. Speaking
that.
of feeling good, and Jake always cuts me off. And that makes me feel
Always.
bad.
I always ruin it on purpose,
Yeah.
kind of. I love watching it. Just
But
get crumbled.
we have some sponsors on this show that make us feel good. And as always, Koi CBD, huge sponsor of the show, been with us since day one. We love this product. I use the drops every single morning. I tell you guys about it every time. And I'm going to continue telling you about it until you try it, because they are amazing. I love the way that it makes me feel. Take some stress off of my day. Makes me feel good to start my day. And I fucking always have like aches and cramps in my wrists and my elbow. Since I've been on a steady diet of CBD, I rarely ever feel it anymore. I know you like the CBD.
I like the Koi too. I've been hooked up with them a couple times, and I like their drink. I actually have used it with the vodka too.
Oh yeah,
and it's
this
yeah,
hemp drink.
this hemp
That's so
orange drink,
funny, man.
yeah.
Everyone says that. You got to do the hemp drink.
Yeah, I've
with
done
a
it with
little
vodka, and it's pretty bomb. I like it. I like it a lot. I take CBD products, but I definitely infuse with the cannabis because it helps intensify
Totally.
the numbness.
Yes. So yeah, man, if you're someone out there who's constantly taking like over the counter, like, Advils and Tylenols
Switch
and all
it
that
up.
stuff, give CBD a try. I think you're going to really enjoy
it.
You're gonna enjoy how it makes you feel, and it's a lot healthier for you. And if you go to koicbd.com and you put in code DuddyB at checkout, you will get 20% off.
Woo!
That's right. You heard it here. Also,
Everyone's psyched. Listen.
on it, another sponsor of the show, and that's with TwoEnds, ONNIT.com. They have so many amazing products, every day, all day. Right here.
Oh, there it is.
This Alpha Brain. I love this product. It definitely it's gotten me to be so much sharper. You know what I did the other day? I took my son he started like this soccer clinic, and I went, and there was a dad there I'd never met. He was just there, and he introduced himself to me. Hey, I'm Robert. How are you? I'm Dustin. That goes flip flip out the fucking brain, right? So then the next day, I take my son to his first class of jiu-jitsu. Which just randomly,
didn't know that.
I roll in,
Sick.
and there's the fucking dad and his kid from the soccer clinic. And he rolls up and go, "Hey, Robert." And he goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "Remind me of your name one more time." I was like, "Dustin." And we walked around. I was like,
I remembered his name.
I remembered his fucking name. And it felt so good. And I know that has to be because of this fucking Alpha Brain. So
I
yeah,
just pictured Duddy looking up to the heavens, just going, I
I
remember his
remember
name.
his fucking name.
Yeah,
So
I'm the worst at
happy.
names,
I was
too.
very happy. So yeah, on it. They have so many great products. Whatever you're looking for, if you're someone who's working out a lot and you're needing some like protein and just supplements for that, they got it. If you're looking for something to just help you relax at night and sleep better, they got it. They've got whatever you're looking for. Go to onit.com, TwoEnds, ONNIT.com, and you /Duddy, you get 10% off the order.
Get on it.
Jake, didn't you just do a race?
I did.
And
Yeah.
you used these products,
Dude, perfectly. Yes, that's right. So I did a trail run yesterday. I've been watching people run trails on YouTube, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do that." So I started training, signed up for Xterra. It's like a trail running series in Southern California. I did it yesterday, and how did I prepare for it? I took electrolytes from Onnit the morning before. The night before and the morning of, and then I took the pre-workout in a little jar. Took it to the race site, shook it up, drank it probably 20 minutes before the race. I had great energy. It was the fastest I'd ever done anything. I think when you do a race, people say you have adrenaline, so you naturally run a little faster. But so I did. I ran faster and farther than I've ever run. It was up and down crazy fucking hills, and I haven't been training that long. And the Onnit helped me definitely wake up early in the morning and get it going. And then I woke up this morning. And this is when Koi CBD comes in. Because, dude, like I said, I've only been training for, I probably ran like 10 or 12 times to try to prepare for this big trail run thing. And then I did it. And it was steeper downhill and way steeper uphill than I've ever run. So yesterday I felt okay, but I woke up this morning and my ankles didn't work. Dude, I swear I tried to stand up and they were like, nope. So some muscles were used that I've never used in my life.
downhill running.
Oh, dude, downhill running is weird. And I now know that I need to practice that shit.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even move, and I went to the Koi CBD, the bomb, my favorite thing. Just lathered the ankles, dude, and the knees and the thighs, but mainly the ankles. You know, and look, I'm doing all right. I mean, I walked in here looking pretty good. The guys are making fun of me. I look a little old man.
Feeling good.
The Koi CBD fucking helps so much, dude. I didn't want to take a bunch of Advil and jack up my shit.
You don't. Yeah. So no skate gang today for Jake.
Yeah, so I'm stoked because I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Both companies that help support our show, I used them both big time to do that race, and they both came in handy. So yes, thank you to On It and thank you to Koi.
Yeah. All right.
So
We did that.
That makes me feel good.
That does.
All right, dude, this is the best. So, Moi, we have some segments on the show. We had some segments in season 1, but we got a bunch of new ones in season 2, and it's been fun. No more words. That's what's coming up. You guys know it at home. No more words. These are words that we don't think anyone should say anymore.
They had their time. They were cute.
They were great.
They were good.
We like saying all of these words
let
for
the
a
rest.
minute.
This one I don't think I ever really liked.
Yeah,
to say.
I
this
never-
one I didn't. But you know what? This one, like my kids would say all the time, and it made me laugh at first.
Yeah.
And then the more I heard it, I was like, okay, stop or you're grounded.
This one was funny for like the first 5 or 6 hearings.
Yes.
And then it was
Yeah.
like,
And then you're like, okay, I
It
gotta
was
shut the fuck
quickly.
up. And then you started hearing it everywhere. And then it was like, okay, I've had enough.
So before I kick into the song, we'll just let them know. Duddy,
No,
I think you came up song first. All right,
Song
and then
first.
you came up with this one. So we're gonna let you tell
No,
them the
actually,
words.
I think
Who came up with
Natasha
you?
brought this
Natasha
to the
did.
table, and we were like,
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
We can't even say. Okay, Natasha did this one, but before we do that, we go. Oh yes. Don't ever say these fucking words no more.
Okay.
All right. Natasha gets full credit for this one. What's the word, Daddy?
She brought this to the table, and we all said, yes.
Yes.
Yes, queen.
Let's
Yes,
do a
queen.
little history. Yes is actually, we already have a word for yes. It's yes.
Yes.
The word is yes, and it is super fun. It was super, super funny when like
I remember the
drag
first time
queens
my
and
daughter
shit.
dropped it on me. Like I
Yeah.
asked her something like, I was like, yo, you want this for dinner? She was like, yes, queen. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty
All
funny.
right, you sassy little
I got
nugget.
you.
Okay, I'm not a queen, but
Yeah,
sure.
Right.
Dude, yes was fun for a good hot minute, and it's done.
Done.
It's time to put it.
What would you say now? Like,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, there is. Is there anything for no?
There's well, soon there will be.
Do people still say yes?
I hear it.
I hear it.
I
still
hear it.
Yeah.
Adults.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
the shit
God.
now.
Do
You
people
know
still
what?
say yes?
That's
yes.
probably the shit
Especially
now.
in
Like I don't
Manhattan Beach.
really watch the news and stuff now, but I can picture that's probably on like the morning show, and they're probably like, yes.
Yes, they're still saying twerk.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, that could have been a future word that we could have got rid of. But I think twerking's technically a
But
dance
twerking's like
move
a
now.
thing.
It explains a
Full
thing
yes.
you're doing. Yes is just simply yes said annoyingly.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes.
Yes. Giving someone.
Natasha, get in here. I hear you laughing out there. Fucking come on in. Natasha, get in here and tell us something about the word yes before I hit the no more words outro and we move on from this segment. There she is.
Oh.
I heard you just dying out in the lobby area. So
What pissed you off? What was the last time you heard it where you were just like, no?
So one of my friends who is a man who dates men, I said it to him. I was like, yes, queen. He's like, honey, that's old.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm like, fuck, I got schooled. So then I
damn.
turned into like, never mind.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I love
Okay,
it.
nice.
See, so that's awesome because
Nice.
the gay community
They're-
gave us their
yeah.
stamp of approval.
over
It's
it.
fucking
They're
done.
over
Do you
it.
We
think
used
that's
it
like
enough.
okay?
Natasha,
So that's
thank
funny.
you
So
for
that's
that.
funny because now it's like when everyone's like like the black community comes up with a cool word and then everyone takes it and they're like, we don't say that no more. That's
Bling,
like
bling.
yes.
Yeah,
It's like
Shit, now we can't say it anymore,
so we did that
motherfucker.
to the gay community.
Yeah,
They're like,
we
we don't
took
say yes
yes.
anymore. All you nerds
Oh
took
my
it.
God.
Dude,
There,
they
you
said
heard
you can
it.
have it back. Fucking, we don't
fuck it,
even
you
want
can have
yes.
it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Gays,
Let the little kids
we're
have
with
it.
you. That's no more words. Oh, yes. Never say yes again after this and fucking. All right, dude.
right,
No
we
more
got it.
words. Super successful. Another quickly becoming my favorite
This is my new favorite segment
installment.
right here. So
what words have we gotten rid of so far? I like recapping that. We got rid of Yas, obviously, today.
we got rid of Bay.
We got rid of Bay.
We got rid of
There's only been 3. What was the
What was
first
the first
fucking
one?
dude? Natasha, what was the first one?
Good. You got rid of it. You got rid of it.
Damn.
Fam. What's up, fam?
Fam. Oh, you know what? Bay was like a subset
sub.
of a. There was another one.
There was another one.
We got rid of Fam, and
We
then
got rid of-
Ashley Evans Smith.
Lit.
Lit was the first word that we got rid of.
Lit is gone. Fam is gone. Bay is gone. And Yas is gone.
Yeah, dude. Yes, my Bay is lit, fam. Out of here, son.
Boom.
Woo! You got it, dude. We got it. Let's bring him back. All right.
That was good.
Moy is in the house, and
was good.
Duddy asked him a question, and Duddy somehow said he already knew the answer to this question before
I just
you asked
felt
him.
like it because, like, you know, I just felt I was like, this guy's got one. It is. Are we in an igloo in here?
I know. I like
Yeah,
it.
it is cold. You like
freezing.
it?
Well, I mean, it got a little too cold, but I was like, oh, that's nice.
It is nice, but can
for
we
a
turn the heat
second,
up a little
Yeah,
bit?
turn it maybe a little
Or
bit.
turn it
Before
up.
Moy walked in, Duddy's like, I know he's gonna have a ghost story. I just kind of know it. And it was funny. As soon as he walked in, Duddy's like, hey, have you ever felt like maybe you've seen a ghost? He's like, oh yeah,
Ghost or
yes.
alien or something.
Quickly
Yeah.
said yes. So,
So
that
this leads us into our next thing. Everyone, you've had this night or this time where you've been hanging out with buddies or whatever, and you've been smoking or what. Maybe you haven't, and somehow this subject comes up, and someone's always got a story. And even if you believe it or not, it's still entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's why we do it here. And this is called Scary Town. What is it? Scary Zone. You put Scary Town up there.
oh fuck.
Been scared? Welcome to the scary zone.
Oh, just easily the best drop. Okay, maybe that's my favorite thing
That's
that
the
we were
best
doing
drop
this year.
ever. All
so,
right.
dude, Moy, let me give you a little backtrack and backing track here, and just go ahead and tell us your scary tale.
So, and I had my apartment, and actually, I'll tell a cool story. So, my apartment that I lived in Hermosa was 16th Street. It was owned by what's his name from The Doors?
Jim Morrison?
Yeah, Jim Morrison.
Oh,
so
shit.
he lived in my apartment next door to me. I lived in G, he lived in H, whatever. And so there was said, stories, whatever, the people would hear ghosts, this and that. Well, I never saw or heard any ghosts, but I'd be falling asleep sometimes, especially after tour, and I would get sleep paralysis. And for sure, I'd feel like something's on my chest or something's on my neck, And at first, I get scared for sure and probably like, oh God, try to, you fight to wake yourself up. You're like,
yeah.
You're awake, but your body won't move. It's
yeah, and
weird.
you can. I mean, it's unexplainable, And so then after a couple of times it happened, it started happening regularly at this spot, and I just started getting up and be like, "Fuck this!" Like after I power up, like, "Where are you?" Getting me, bro. Just do this, Then I started looking more into it, and they say that's a way of getting into when you can astral project into your dreams, or like knowing that you're going to be in a dream and to control it. I've never been able to control my dreams, but Metz always talks about controlling his dreams. I'm like, you bastard. Like he flies whenever he wants. He does however he wants. He knows he's in a dream, so he starts doing whatever he wants to do, you know? But I just started looking into it, and they said that sleep paralysis is like right before that can be a way of knowing you're going into your dream and to control it, But I experienced it, and it felt like fucking spirits are on top of your chest, holding you down. You're like,
That sounds terrifying.
and then you break out, you're like,
I've
where are
had
you?
that happen a couple
Where
times.
are you?
Have you had that, Duddy? where you-
I've never had that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, you
shit.
wake up and you're awake. Your eyes are open. You're
Yeah.
staring at the ceiling, and your body parts won't
Move.
fucking
You
move,
can't even talk.
dude. And then they just do all of a sudden, and you're like, oh my
you
god,
like
what
leap
was
out
that?
of it, and you're like, "I'll fuck you up. Where are you?"
It's happened to
Rachel's
me
had
throughout
before.
life.
She's
a
had-
couple
It hasn't
times.
happened to me since I moved out of that fucking
So,
apartment.
that's what I wanted to ask. It was
Never.
only at that
Only
place.
there?
That's scary.
It happened
That's
before in my
scary.
life, I'm not gonna lie, but it never once has happened since that. And I lived in that apartment for almost 9 years.
Oh, wow.
And it never, ever, ever has happened after. It happened before though, never after.
It happened a lot.
Now I
there.
have an even scarier one. So my dad
Ooh, a
kidnapped me when I was
double?
little.
Uh-oh, I'm going
When
to
I
fade
was-
this out and restart this
When
backtrack.
when I was little, my dad kidnapped me and took me to Mexico. And so we lived in my grandma's house in an old pueblo, and we all shared a room. And I swear to God, I don't know if it's just my dreams. I remember when I was a little kid, but I remember waking up in the middle of the night, laying in bed, and my dad be laying here, and my sister be laying next to us too. And I look in the corner, and it'd be a fucking dark-looking shadow thing. They would just be like only dark there. You could see it around. Everything else would be, you could see that it was dark around it, but there's like a shadow of a fucking person or entity or something there. And I just remember being like, fuck this room, and just sleeping. Like, my dad had to sleep with us. Like, there's no fucking way I wasn't sleeping with my dad in that house, you know? And that's when the little things started. But then I got sleep paralysis later in life. And then in that one apartment, it was just weird. But I haven't had it since. Never. But I used to wake up like, fuck, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, constantly, like, you want this?
Let's
do this.
Come get it. You want my soul?
Yeah. Come get it. I'll fuck you up. You know, and I haven't gotten it since. I have not. It's been like at least 8 years since I lived there, so.
I love this fucking segment.
That's good.
I've seen
I'm
aliens too,
scared.
but that's a different thing. Or UFOs.
You want to talk about that?
Oh, you got another one?
I got two crazy UFO stories.
To the scary zone.
There's another UFO story, and this could have been a drone, because this is the beginning of drone life. I could have been a drone, but this one I was with my girlfriend back in the day. I was driving down PCH, and overlooking PV, I saw a fucking like hover, like little saucer thing, and it went like this, and it went like that, and then just boom, went up, and it was gone.
So
and
for the
she
listeners
was so
that don't
hammered.
know, PV.
It's Palos Verdes.
Hell yeah,
right next
it's
to,
like you're seeing over the ocean. It's like a big mountain, like
it's-
cliff in the
exactly,
ocean.
Yeah, and
so
I'm coming
imagine
up
this,
PCH,
people.
and like you
Yeah.
can just see off in the distance, and she's hammered, and we're making a left off like playing shows like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm see like, and it wasn't green or red or blue. It was like more whitish, and it just went with a little blue tint and just took off. That was the second time. The first time I was in high school at this girl's house, and it was broad fucking daylight. And my friend Frankie, till this day, Frankie Ramos, if you ever get to watch this, he saw it too, dude. It was broad daylight. It looked like it was, I don't know, maybe 8 blocks away next to a light pole, telephone pole thing. And it was probably maybe as big as a house. And I don't know how nobody else saw it, dude. This girl's sitting on her windowsill, and she's laying out this way, facing us, and we're looking out her window. And me and Frankie both look at it. And we're looking at that shit. I look at Frankie, he looks at me, I go, fucking for real, bro? And all of a sudden just went to the next one, and then just took off. Till this day, me and Frankie fucking always claim that, and nobody believes us on that shit.
Wait, what was it that you saw?
It was like another UFO type, but it was broad daylight though, and it was for sure silver, broad daylight, and it was probably maybe like 8 to 10 blocks away, floating next to like, it looked like it was next to a light pole, but it might have been a little higher than it. But it went from that light pole to another one closer that way, and then just took off. And it was in the matter of like fucking 2 minutes, and me and Frankie both looked at each other like, nah, really? What the fuck was that? And that was it. Until this day, people don't believe. Frankie and I still talk because he's a barber. When I used to get my hair cut, he would cut my hair. And we'd always tell that story and nobody fucking believes us. But it's all good, bro.
That's good,
You know?
dude.
I used to have an imagination, dude.
Dude.
2 scary ones and 2 alien ones.
Yeah.
That's
I like
a
it.
nice little pack.
Those are all my real stories of anything. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Then there's DMT stories, but that's a whole other thing.
Who knows what the fuck
yeah.
is.
That's another
Yeah,
episode.
exactly.
Just because I love it so much, we're going to give Duddy one more.
Have you ever been scared?
This is Duddy B
I know, I
right here,
can tell.
everybody.
Welcome to the scary zone.
And that's me at the
That's
end.
great as Jake,
All
yeah.
right, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. The scary zone once again. is
Love
the
that.
best.
People are gonna think I'm fucking cooked out, but that's real shit.
I love it.
Do we have some more awesome drops that I'll awkwardly place into this episode? Have you ever pooped your pants? I think I heard Duddy ask you, and I think you said yes. You don't have to share.
Yes, but you know what? I sharted once, and people know about it because it was during a baseball game. I was 12 years
People
old.
know about it. Dude.
People
Okay,
know about
let's
it.
get this out,
When we were,
and then you can take us. All right, I love this. People know about this one. Isn't anything new?
no, they do. I mean, I was in junior high playing baseball, and I was on the all-star team, and we were about to try to get into the Little League World Series, and we were getting pretty close. We were doing fucking really good as a team.
Like Williamsport?
Yeah, like we were really good as a team, and this is the end of my baseball career. No, and I was the catcher. That's what I played.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you know how the catcher
So-
stands.
And I had to fucking, and I'm literally getting bubbly guts, and I'm holding it in for like most of the game, and then going to the bathroom during between, you know, when we're off. And then fuck, dude, I just fucking tried a little fart to it. And fucking,
Tell me you had white baseball pants, dude.
yeah.
Tell me you guys fucking ain't.
it wasn't, nothing got crazy, and I was able to hide it for the most part, but you don't hide shit like that when you're a kid.
No.
They fucking know. People are like, huh? Why you going to the bathroom? But I was sick as a dog.
Yeah.
And I was only doing it because I was the best catcher in our team.
You're like,
And-
we got to do this.
yeah, and I was just doing it like I do it now. I just fucking, whatever happens, you got to go.
Yep.
Like, I've never even canceled a show for my voice, you know? Like,
you just got to work
unless
through
you're
it.
really dying. But
I
you
think I told on the last episode of Jared playing a show, and he had full-on food poisoning. And,
Yeah, and you do it
and
somehow.
He fucking didn't
spit,
move the whole
fuck it.
time.
Yeah, exactly. Just hold it. At the end of it, you might fucking go nuts, but you just do what you got to do, and the adrenaline helps out, and But yeah, I was maybe 12.
Oh, that's
still in junior
that's a
high.
bad age for your
Yeah.
friends to catch you shitting your
Yeah.
pants. That's a bad age. Did you get a nickname for that?
No, I didn't get one for that. But oh wow, yeah, actually.
Can we hear it?
God,
Oh man, you're a shitty catcher.
Christian knows it.
Oh.
So my name is Moises, right? God damn it! I can't believe I'm
Moist?
putting this out there.
Is it moist?
Moist ass. You know
Moist
it.
ass!
You know it. And Christian knows it's moist. So. I can't believe I just revealed that here.
We
But
had
fuck it, right?
Since you
It's life.
embarrassed yourself,
Oh,
dude,
that's
we had a
good.
friend who used to call me Jake's Bush Smells.
Yeah.
Duddy and my last name Bush. Now he's like, hey, what's up, Jake's Bush
Bush
Smells?
Smells.
So yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
mine
People
was
will
Moist
fuck your
Ass
name up
for
no matter
years.
what.
People will fuck it up.
Yeah.
Moist ass. That is
Moist
good.
ass. It's too perfect.
Dude.
So there was a guy that used to get his hair cut at our barber shop. His name was dude, what was it? Oh my god, it was Brandon Richardson. Brandon
Yeah,
Richardson.
yeah.
And the guy who cut his hair was like an old friend of his. And one day when he left the barber shop, the guy who cut his hair was all, dude, that guy had the worst nickname in high school. And he's all, I always felt bad for him.
Oh,
They
no.
just called him Randon Bitcherson. They just changed the R. Randon Bitcherson. And he's all, everyone called him Randon Bitcherson. It was just,
Bitcherson.
I was like, it's so easy. They just
They
switched
just
them, but
switched
that's
the
it.
letters.
And he's all, it like hurt when I'd hear people call, because I know it bothered him, but it was just
can't- yeah.
everyone
That
is-
was
You
his
can't.
name.
Randon
The teachers were
Bitcherson.
like, "Is Bitcherson here?"
like,
Mine
I
fo-
remember him just because of this. I should
Yeah.
Mine followed me all the way to high school too, a little
Moist
bit.
ass.
Yeah, I did. And till this day, my sister's new boyfriend, which you watch this, I want you to know, you don't call me that shit no more, okay? You understand? Other people can call me, but you
No.
don't, bro. Out of
No.
nowhere, he's a young cat, and he's cool. He's a really nice kid, but he calls me that out of nowhere, bro, the other day, and I look at him like, I'll beat your ass right now, bro. What are you talking about? Like, who told you that shit?
You
How do
can't
you
call
know that?
me moist
You're 12
ass.
years younger than me.
Oh.
You're not even from this era. You have no jurisdiction in calling me moist ass, but it stuck around for a minute. But I don't mind it.
Wow.
But I guarantee you, people that watch this see me on tour, you better not fucking say that shit.
See that,
Keeping
dude,
it real.
remember when we did Fam, when we got rid of Fam, somebody's like, well, what if like Ghostface Killer calls you Fam? That's
Yeah.
the exact,
Yeah.
and we
Then
were
you're
like,
like-
oh, well, then it's
Yeah,
kind of
you
cool,
know?
but no one else,
I
no
use
one
it
below
as
you
familia.
coolness.
Yeah.
I use it as familia. Like I say familia when I say it. But I get it. Like, I'm so overlit too. It's like, God, lit.
Oh, lit is
It's
lit,
lit, bro.
That's why it
This
was
is
the
lit.
first
Lit
one
like
to
a titty.
tapping back on no more words.
Fuck. So that was good.
Oh my
We've had some
god,
good
dude, you're
ones here.
knocking them dead, dude. You're crushing every
Wow.
segment right here.
You know what, dude? What it is like, once you really I'm past the point of trying to be cool for sure.
Oh, dude,
Like,
being
you
cool
know,
is
like
such
that was definitely a
hard
part
work.
for us. You
For
know,
sure, when
back
you're
in the
younger
day.
and you're just coming up, especially being in a band, trying
Yeah,
to, like,
you
you're like,
know.
I gotta be cool. People gotta think I'm cool, right?
Yeah, but then you get over it and you're like, you know what, dude? Let's just enjoy this shit together because we don't have many more days in this fucking love
It's
life. you know?
exhausting trying to be
Yeah.
cool.
Dude.
Just be yourself.
Who gives a fuck?
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
So speaking of cool, you got any cool band camp stories for us? Something that stands out of all your times of touring, or
We've already told
Anything?
some. I know how are you going to top all these
I
ones,
know,
but if
I
you
know.
got
Band camp
one
stories, I
story
mean,
that
there's so
sticks
many
out,
cool, I mean-
know. But I got another drop if you have one. If not,
If
no,
not, no
no big
worries.
deal. You've already band
Well,
camped.
I know,
the
if this
fuck
whole
out of this
thing's been
shit.
a
I
band
love,
camp.
I know, right? I mean, when we went to Fiji, to have
All right,
a-
let me give
that
you
was
this.
the shit,
And this one time at band camp,
That's insane.
Yeah, we got to perform on a little itty bitty freaking like sand pit thing or like sand hill in the middle of the ocean right next to Chopu.
oh, that's
Oh,
pretty
get
awesome.
out of here.
Yeah, we did a little acoustic gig for them. They filmed it, but then the guy lost the fucking.
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
The
so
guy-
people that don't know, Chopu is like a famous wave, and it's going
Yeah.
to be much more famous. It will be the Olympic surfing wave.
Oh, really?
In 2024.
Sick.
So this Olympic surfing is finally going to be in the Olympics and skateboarding, and I believe they're just going to surf in Japan this year. But the next Olympics that has surfing will be at Chopu, and it's a fucking ridiculously dangerous. It's basically a wave that breaks like a mile out to sea, or like a half mile out to sea. There's a reef about a half mile or maybe even a mile out to sea. This reef where the water is basically like a foot deep over this reef, and these huge deep water swells come and they hit this reef, and it's just a huge, cavernous, dangerous, horrifying, scariest wave ever.
Even the
when
small
it's on.
waves.
Even if it's
like,
small,
yeah, a
though.
little overhead. It's like, woo.
People
Yeah.
say
Don't
it's-
hit that
it's,
reef, bro.
Like, can be
They'll
even
chew you
more
up.
dangerous when it's small because
Yeah.
there's less water
Yeah,
on that reef. You know,
exactly.
sometimes you hear that like people get hurt more when it's smaller
Yeah,
because there's
smash
just
in
no
the reef.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, so you guys, and it is one of the most scenic places
Yeah.
on earth. It's so beautiful. It's
It is.
ridiculous. So you guys got to perform right there.
Pretty much. It was like off the side. There's a little sandbar zone that's off in the ocean, and we just sat there. And there was happened to be a perfect setup, dude. A big piece of tree wood. They'd been sitting there looking for it fucking ever, and we sat on it and we were playing a couple of our new songs acoustic. And the guy lost the footage. Footage like didn't record, and like we didn't even have it. And it was like epic. Like if you looked around, like it was just like
the most
whoa,
beautiful setup ever.
So I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is fucking gorgeous. This is paradise.
That sounds amazing.
At least you were there.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
in your mind.
And that's the thing. How many cool things have you done? You're so lucky. We're so lucky.
Yeah,
so many cool shit.
You get to do some. You get to. Sometimes you find yourself at a place where you're like, holy shit.
Shit, this is what I'm doing.
This is what I'm doing today.
And that's why I look back to, like you said, the success we had before, and like, and what I'm trying to accomplish now, and like a lot of it I've done already, in reality, but it's not that I don't want to keep doing it and love it, but it's like, fuck. I look at these other bands that are coming up too that are just experiencing that, I'm like, it fucking feels good. And back then it was more competition, I thought, when we were younger, because we were just like that. It's a young thing, But as you really settle into what you're doing and what it's all about, and now the scene is so, come on, you know what it was before.
It was nothing.
Yeah, and now it's like what it is, and you're like, damn, look what we helped create. You
Totally,
know? Like,
man.
And all these kids are super influenced by us, and they're sick. There's good bands coming out. A lot of good musicians coming in right now.
That's weird. You guys are right. Like the scene was figuring itself out when like my band was still playing, and
you're OG, you know. You helped start.
1999, we started that fucking band, Surround Sound, and it wasn't like people were just out talking shit. There was a lot of friends within the scene, but everyone was trying to figure out where they fit in this scene, if there even was a scene. So everyone was almost on their own doing this reggae rock thing. Now it is a huge community, and it's one of those communities where all the bands kind of support each other. I'm sure there's still drama. There's drama everywhere. But a lot of bands I see with reggae rock, they're all wearing each other's shirts.
That's what I was going to say. Is
it's
that
like this
our scene is a little more supportive than other ones, I think,
way
now
more
too.
So,
You know,
and way more so.
It tries to be a little more unification to show what we're doing. So I think it's growing in a great positive light. And there's so many. And there's so many different styles. And the truth is, like, I still want to stick to our styles, because we're like the originators of keeping it true to Cali reggae, not veering off into everything else. We kind of blend everything together, But there's so many variations now. The island reggae is its own thing for sure, and they're phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Now it's crazy.
Exactly. But there was just not even an umbrella, and now there's like you can see the families all gathering together.
There's
to play.
definitely the reggae bands that still do a lot of the punk.
Yeah.
And then you got like just the rootsy reggaes.
Exactly.
Then you got the reggae dudes doing a little hip hop with it.
Yeah.
It's like
You got the pop reggae.
Then you got
too.
the pop reggae. You got like the lovers rock.
Yeah, exactly.
The island rock, like you said, and you
island.
can see these little pockets where you're like, okay, even in this scene, there's still different little pockets. It's pretty cool.
And you see them taking from each other now too, especially like I watch Fyre now. She does dubstep breakdowns. Like, oh shit, all right, cool. Tribal Seas, they do some heavy breakdowns.
And you get that stuff too. I think a lot of that is like just playing a lot of shows.
Yeah.
And you start realizing like, okay, well, I know when we play something like this live, it really
Energy.
goes off. So
Yeah,
you start trying to like
intensity.
engineer certain songs for live.
To be like a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Boom,
yeah.
blow you up, boom, then bring you
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Turn the lights down,
Totally. Yes,
It's a real fucking scene now, boys.
Yeah, One Love, right? We're both on it. I'm
that's
on your
right.
day.
That's right.
I'm on your day, Friday. It's February
This show is
7th.
probably going to come out,
I think this is going to air about a week after. One Love.
Yeah.
So hopefully everyone had a great time
Yeah.
at One Love. This
Yeah.
episode is going to come out like mid or like late February.
yeah.
Make sure you fucking got all the footage.
Yeah.
Don't
tight.
lose that. Duddy,
Oh, yeah.
I just looked over here and realized we completely fucking spaced on something at the start of the
The
show.
curve board.
The curve board,
Damn
dude.
us.
For the listeners at home that can't see, if you're watching us on YouTube, of course you've been looking behind us at our set, which is always changing. Every time someone gives us a cool gift or anything, Duddy and I are going to continue to add it to our set. So each season we're gonna, you'll
That
see
being
the
said,
gifts.
if you're listening and you want to send something cool for us to put on the shelf or something, we'll put a P.O. box out or something. We want to start having some fun things from fans and guests and everything and just start adding to the room. So
so the first big thing that we have is, dude, Kerf Surfboard. That's KERF. And I think it's called Kerf Surfboards on Instagram. Natasha, if you could make sure that's it.
that's
I
it's
think
just
it is.
yeah, it's at Curve Surfboard.
Yeah.
Follow him on Instagram. Dude drove up and he made us a custom board. I mean, it's a sick board.
And they work
It's
good,
got
too.
fin box.
That's
the
nice.
thing looks fast as shit. And he put the Feeling Good with Duddy logo on the surfboard. So like I said, you can see it on YouTube. You know what? We'll make sure when we do the photo with Moy, we'll make
post
sure
this as well.
Yeah, we'll put the surfboard in there. But dude, hooked us up, and it is a beaut.
So yes, that's at Kerf Surfboards on Instagram and kerfsurfboards.com. Check it out. Thank you so much for our board.
And Duddy had a great idea. I think we're going to have all of the guests that come in. You'll be the first person to sign it. We're going to have them sign the surfboard. Yeah. And look, maybe we, even if we keep it in here, but we do want to potentially give it, like raffle it off. Maybe
we were
another
thinking
charity
a fun
or something.
thing. We were going to talk to him and see if maybe we keep this in here the whole season. And throughout the season, we have every guest sign it. And at the end of this season, we'll raffle it off and give all the proceeds to a charity.
Or you could do it at the charity show next year because you're going to do it yearly,
no
right?
Shit. That's the big
We want to do
prize.
the charity show biannually.
Oh, so
right?
twice.
We'd like to do it twice.
Then there you go.
So we're definitely gonna have everyone sign the surfboard, and then we will figure out what we're
gonna
do with it. But it's an absolutely amazing gift from Kerf Surfboards. Go to Instagram, Kerf Surfboards.
While you guys are still on if people want to give stuff, do you remember the Nashes, Nikki Nash and Josh Nash?
Yeah,
they're from Salt Lake City. Or
yes.
Thule.
Yes.
You guys are their favorite band. I know because we crashed at their pad. They call it the Nash Crash Pad.
Okay.
And I hope they're probably watching this for sure. They love you guys, bro. They got a whole room there that's all Dirty Heads memorabilia.
Oh, shit.
And the guy, Josh, he's fucking awesome person. He takes photos too. You guys probably seen him recently, and his wife is super awesome. She just did a wood burning thing, but they're super artistic.
Yeah.
And he likes to do a lot of metal work. So I think he made a sick Dirty Head symbol that's made out of iron.
Yeah.
That when I go there, I'm gonna be there like a week.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, hey, bro, you didn't watch the show, but it's gonna come out in a couple months, and you need that. So I'll make sure. But he loves you guys.
I feel like they've given us.
I was
gonna say, I feel like they've given us something before.
Yeah, he makes dope shit. They're like quality stuff.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, throwing that out. Well, shit. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, let's do some plug.
Yeah, just I want to plug my. I have a T-shirt shop called The Rock Shop in San Pedro, California. It's 405 6th Street. It's where we sell. It's like a Bad Seeds merch store / other people that are involved in the culture of that neighborhood. It's like the new Fairfax.
Nice.
It's happening over there. We got shoes. We got all kinds of dope stuff. Plug that in. I want to plug in Tomorrow's Bad Seeds on Instagram, on Facebook, TMR Bad Seeds on Twitter, and then LABadSeeds.com if you want to keep up with our shows and what we got going on. And just come out to a show, come say what's up, and feel free to take a picture with us. We're all about it.
Hell yeah, man. So again, thanks Moy for coming out. Another fun
episode. Fucking great episode. I love going down memory lane with you guys.
Thanks to everyone over here at Reamp Studios. Cutlassbrand.com. You guys.
They've been hooking it up lately. They're sponsoring the tour too. They give Cutlass and Top Shelf Cultivations out of Long Beach. They're the ones helping us with tour support this tour.
Hell yeah.
I want to make sure I shout them out.
And when this episode drops, our new line will be out. We have a bunch of new gear out at cutlassbrand.com right now. And as always, if you put in code FEELINGGOOD at checkout, you're going to get 20% off your order.
Giving money away over here.
You know what? Another humongous shout out to Surf Roots.
Yeah,
you can always check out our episodes every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
On the app, right?
PM on the app. Huge supporters of the show and just a really cool thing. Go download the Surf Roots app. You can listen to all sorts of great music on there. They've got other cool podcasts. Check it out. Surf Roots. Thank you. And thanks to everyone else for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you guys for having
me. Love y'all.
See
you next week. Peace.
I can roll another joint, yeah?
Yeah, please. I was gonna say this. Oh my god, I stood up from that chair. I gotta pee.